think we all had a minute to compose ourselves there a little bit. I forgot to put some tissues at the podium. That was my fault. So, Dr. Scioli, I think I speak for everyone here in saying just how proud we are to have you as an alumnus of Texas Tech and the College of Arts and Sciences. Looking back on your time at Texas Tech and also at the Health Sciences Center, are there any just absolutely favorite memories that stand out to you?
Well, my time at Tech was incredible. I was in saddle tramps, and we had some of the best sports teams in that 4 years that I was in school, and we got to participate, you know, in an extra special way, going to the games. We were good in basketball, we were good in football, and it was a great time to be a student. There's a lot of energy, and the friends that I made in saddle tramps, I still hold today, and we had some great times. The other thing that I would tell you is that the mentors that I had, the counselors and the mentors, Kent Hance, Don Harrigan, Joe Gooden, David Northington, all of those people became very important people for Texas Tech, unbeknownst to me, and they weren't anything necessarily special at the time. Kent Hance was he was a business law professor, and he happened to be one of our mentors, and we had to get signatures from all of these guys, and we got in big trouble when we'd go to the University of Texas and dig up home plate every time we went down there, and that became quite not acceptable. I mean, but it was a great 4 years, and I still hold dear friends that now it's 46 years ago that we still talk to each other and revel in our families and our success, and that was a great time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know you were interested in the medical field from an early age. You knew you wanted to be a physician. Then you found yourself in the midst of needing the help of doctors to both save your life and to be able to help you walk again. Did this strengthen that desire to become a surgeon and be in the medical field?
Actually, no. I wanted to be a doctor when I was in junior high. And my father, who's here tonight, he's 94 years old, Gene. He taught me so many things, and Lubbock was a small town, still relatively small. I mean, you can still pretty much get your arms around the whole thing here and know people, and the roots of who you know and who they know and who their mother was, who their father was, etc., is quite unique. That's what makes this place somewhat unique. And I wanted to be a doctor, so I would go to. I was at Monterey High School, and we had the checks that had Monterey High School on it, you know, and you'd go to a drugstore and write a check for $4 for something, and somebody would say, "Oh, is your dad Dr. Scioli?" And I said, "Yeah." "Oh, he fixed my foot." And there was just some connection there, and that would repeat itself. But the story that I think this segues into is the way I ended up still being able to do what I always dreamt to do, because when I got hurt, I was certainly not assured of doing something. And I would like to recognize my dear friend Steve Sexton and his mother Sue and his father Jim. Steve was with me the night I got hurt, and I'm proud that he is here tonight. But that story isn't over, because his grandfather, Ewell Hunt, Sue's dad, was the first graduate of Texas Tech in 1925 to get an MD degree. And he happened to be on the admissions committee. I would not be here without, they wouldn't have accepted me. just trust me on that. They wouldn't have. So I'm forever indebted. And you think, well, a bad accident turned out pretty good. Pretty damn good. And so the stories are not over. The doctor that saved my life, Bob Scioli, is here tonight. It doesn't, this isn't some yarn, this is crazy. That man saved my life, and I would not be here without him. Now, the interesting thing, I followed him in 2 awards. The Hippocratic Award for being recognized by the County Medical Society and by our colleagues. I mean, there's no higher award than that. And he got that award, and then he was also a distinguished alumni. And what's the serendipity of me following him, saving me to be here? I mean, you can't make that up. And so it goes even farther. Taking the MCAT, a guy sitting 2 empty chairs to my right, Mike Robertson, ended up becoming a classmate of mine. And he's my doctor. And he's guided me through hepatitis C. I'm cured from hepatitis C. A lot of people are in a box with hepatitis C. He's here tonight. And the story, it weaves even further. The first dean of the Texas Tech Medical School, Dr. Meisenheimer, his son, I met serendipitously when we were sophomores here at college. And he's my dear friend ever since. We went through med school, college and med school and orthopedic residency together. And his wife is here, Linda. He couldn't be here, but you can't weave that kind of a story on its own. I mean, it's almost unbelievable. But I'm honored that these people are here and that they are part of whatever success I've had. And then I got to tell you, the thing that I do now is all that I do. I'm 100% in this deal. And I've got a wife, Debbie, a beautiful wife, Debbie. When I met her in El Paso, through a girlfriend from high school that ended up in El Paso at the same apartment complex that I was. And she introduced me to my wife, Debbie. Now, when I met Debbie, I'll tell you, I realized when I was doing my residency and various things, I said, that woman is not going to call me in the middle of the day. She's going to be worthwhile keeping around. I won't have to take these calls in the OR and whatnot. And I don't. She is all business, all organized, and she has allowed me to do what I do 100% of the time, which has been, I think, one of the reasons I'm successful as I am, or whoever says I am. And so I love her, and I appreciate everything she's done to get me where I'm able to do what I'm doing. There's a price to be paid, but she has been the rock of our family, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to do things the way I do them. And so it's kind of an interesting weave of things that we all have stories, but that's some uniqueness, I think, that has allowed me to appreciate where I came from and who my friends are and the success that they have helped me attain, actually.
Absolutely. I think we can all agree that you've had such incredible success and you've made such a huge impact not only on the Texas Tech community but the Lubbock community at large with your incredible practice. So what, after your story and the help that you've received from so many people that you mentioned tonight, we have quite a few students actually here tonight as well. So what advice would you give them, specifically those who may be facing similar challenges to what you've been through?
Well, it's never easy. There are never any easy paths. A lot of people enjoy success that don't look like they've worked that hard for it, and that's life. Some of us have to work a little harder than others, and so what? Do your thing. Once you set your mind to what you want, exhaust all avenues, and don't quit too early. But also don't look luck in the face and ignore it. I think luck becomes part of the game, and you make your own luck. I'm never one to deny that I have been very lucky in many instances, and I think you need to appreciate the luck that may come your way and pinch yourself and take advantage of it. And then you've got to work hard no matter what you're doing. When you slow down on the work hard, you rob yourself of an opportunity. So don't worry about not doing it the way somebody else is across the table. Do it your way, and ask for help. Ask for assistance. Meaning, hey, find a mentor. And there's not one single successful person in this room that hasn't had a mentor that they can actually say brought them to the next level. And then you carry to the next one, and you be a mentor to the next one. But you got to get in line, and you work hard, and never quit.
Absolutely. I think that's probably advice that all of us can take to heart tonight. You've had such an incredible career. We've loved, I know in the video, hearing a bit about that and the awards you received. But we also want to get to know you, on a personal level as well. So tell us, what are some of your favorite activities when you aren't on the clock or in the operating room?
Well, I love to hunt and fish. I still hunt with my friend Steve. We just went hunting quail 3 weeks ago and had a great time. I've got two other great mentors and buddies, Dr. Burkholder and Dr. Owen. They're here. They're my fishing buddies, hunting buddies. I love those things. I've been to Africa 4 times hunting, and it's a conservation thing. I know there's some people that may not like that issue, but it's truly conservation, and it being part of that, it gives me a sense of outdoors. And I also ski, and I learned to ski after I got hurt. I love to ski. I still ski. My dear buddy Meisenheimer has a beautiful place in Vail, and we go every year. And my mentor in fellowship, Jim Samarco in Cincinnati, had a ski meeting every winter, and I was able to go for that. And when he found out that I skied, after he didn't believe it until he saw me on my outriggers and the mono ski that I use. So those things I love to do, and I can do that. I can do it with my family and my son Marky, and enjoy that a lot.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight and for sharing so much of your story. I know it has been such an honor to get to know you over the past few weeks as we've been working on this. So now I'm going to take a step off the stage and turn the microphone over to you for any remarks that you may have tonight.
Well, I am truly humbled to be here. I want to say to the person that nominated me is Dr. Bill Coleman. I had to find out, how did I get nominated for this? Who finds me here? I am pretty much under the radar. And it was Bill Coleman, an orthopedic surgeon in Fort Worth, whose father was an orthopedist. And we became friends our freshman year of school here, and have been friends ever since, although I don't have a whole lot of close contact with him. We've talked over the years every once in a while, and we'd see each other. So my thanks to Bill. I mean, it's another one of those weaving stories of people you meet and you circle back on many years later. I'm very humbled by the recognition, because I don't know that in my own mind that I've done anything super special. The fact that I have a family that is a good family, starting from my brothers and sisters who are here, my dad and my mom who's passed. Those kind of successes are not taken lightly, and being in part of a city like Lubbock is a joy. There's people that I've known, my dear colleagues here with his wife, Dr. Hal Green, that I met funny in a way when I was first starting practice, and I was at Highland Hospital and a code was called down the hall, and here comes this guy running in with a deputy outfit on, and he's starting to run the code, and I thought he was hospital security. I had no idea. I didn't know him then. And here he is running a code like a doctor, and I'm freaking out. I'm going, what is going on? He's here. You don't get that everywhere. I love Texas Tech. My wife gets frustrated. Now, she was on the foundation board, so she's from El Paso and went to UTEP, and I transplanted her here, and she's had to kind of watch me get a little bit crazy when we don't do well and whatnot. And I can't tell you, though, that bringing my family up here has been a blessing. Practicing medicine here has been a blessing. Being able to be part of Texas Tech has been a blessing. All the years that I've been able to be back home since 1988. And friends and colleagues that are here at this university are good people. And as the general said, you know, Lubbock is a good place. Lubbock is actually a great place. And it's because of the people and what we do, the way we do it. So I'm forever indebted to Tech, both for my undergrad years, my medical school years, my residency years, and the people that I have enjoyed becoming both friends and colleagues with. And it's hard to believe it's been 46 years since I graduated. That's kind of a long time. But it's been a good time.